Good evening, everyone. It is time to go live. Are you ready for us to have a colorful party tonight? I can't wait to begin. I've got so many tips and tricks to share with you. So let's begin. I've got my colors here. The first thing I want to share with you, I know the Tjhoko instruction says shake your paint. Personally, I prefer not to do that. I've got chopsticks that I use to mix it. And then with Tjhoko paint, you will never use a lot of paint. So please never use any paint directly out of your bottle. Never put your brushes inside your bottle because you will contaminate your paint. I've still got paint that I bought in 2020. It's still perfect. I use so little and it goes so far. So I want to show you, if you want to treat yourself, get yourself Ziploc bags. And when I decant my paint, I use either a plate from the kitchen because Tjhoko is food safe. So even if you wash it and use it again, everyone in your house will be safe. And then I have a spoon out of my kitchen. My hubby says his favorite spoon is the yellow one because it's always been used. So just a little mix. Just start with a teaspoonful. You can always add extra, but you can never put your used paint back into your bottle. And then I have my Tjhoko. Can you see how much this cloth has been used? And just wipe your spoon thoroughly. And what I do as well, okay, we start with the Tjhoko. Moms, grandmothers, you who have kids in school and wrapping the books with plastic, keep your plastic the offcuts. When, like with my stencil now, the bag that the stencil come in, keep it. Cut it into little squares. Thank you, Abigail. Oh, before I forget, Trish, good evening. Trish is behind the scenes. Please, if there's any questions, anything I'm saying that you would like to be clarified on or need more information, or if I say something and it triggers a question, please ask it in the comments. Trish is behind the scenes. Trish will answer all your questions. And then before I forget, there's people watching from Australia, New Zealand, all over South Africa, Namibia. For the people in Namibia, I just want to tell you or say that my heart is with you. I was born in Windhoek when it was still Southwest. So just a little something personal in between. And welcome to everyone and thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. Tjhoko Tribe is a family. And for us to be able to get together like this, it's a privilege for us and it's an honor because we can never be with all of you in one venue. Oh, we would love that if we can arrange that. But this way, we can be with all of you, even in different cities, different towns. In the comments, if you would like, please let us know where you are watching from. I will go and read all the comments after the live, and I would love to see where you watched from. Okay, let's get back to the plastic bag. So I never throw plastic away. I cut it into squares Here's one that I've been used quite a while now. So when I decanted my paint, I replaced my plastic bag and I replaced the cap. So that way my paint stays fresh and not contaminated. I've already decanted some Choppy. Now for some Shovel Serenity. So mix it with your chopstick, and because I will use such a little bit, I can even just use this little bit, and then I don't even have to use my spoon. I always, from my beginning, or the start of my Tjhoko journey, I love the texture of Tjhoko paint. It feels like cream. Now bite my stick. Replace my plastic square, my cap. Yeah, I've got my new, my Choppy. I'm missing a color here. No, this is the 3 I'm going to use. Sorry. I'm going to use Hello Hettie for my stenciling. I just want to add a little drop of Shovel Serenity. So I will decant my Hello Hettie when we do the stenciling. I'm first going to show you how we are doing some blending. Okay. I don't want to give the whole end result or where I'm going away with our cheese board. I want to take you step by step, because another thing is, please trust yourself and trust the process. Never ever compare yourself with anyone else. Never compare your creativity with anyone else. Your creativity is unique as your fingerprints. The only person you are allowed to compare your creativity with is yourself of yesterday. We can inspire one another, but color is such a personal choice. And the more you will journey with color, start with colors that make you happy. Start with colors that mean something to you. I'm definitely at the moment in my turquoise era. I love all Tjhoko's turquoise. I love working with it. I love bright colors. And why I say as well, it's a very personal choice with your colors. Personally, I don't like browns and I don't like white. But there's so many of you that love browns, that love whites. Because we've got the different whites in Tjhoko. Use what makes you happy. Use what makes your heart dance. So use the inspiration and use the techniques, but use your own style, always. And I can show you how I do it, but as soon as you start with your journey, and the more you journey with it, the more you will find ways that work maybe better for you. Do that. Don't be stuck in a rut and say, yes, because it's done like this, we have to do it like this. Play around. Find your own style. Find your own way of making your mark in this world. Because that's what crafting does. That's what creativity does. That's what your color does. Make your mark. You are important. Okay, back to the blending. I've had so many people asking me to show how I do the blending, because I love blending. And people are so scared of doing blending. And what I realized is, when you struggle with blending, most of the time is because you made a definition in your head of perfection. If you go and sit quietly and think about it, perfection, your definition of perfection, is comparison with someone else. Don't do that. The freedom in blending is that ours will all look different. Yes, there's a technique, and I'm going to show you that. And I'm going to show you the tips and share it with you as I carry on. And another thing is your self-talk while you are being creative. Have you ever thought of it? I know most of our Tjhoko tribe members are women, but I know we've got precious men here as well, and we love journeying with you. It's always amazing, but especially to the woman. If you're a mother or an aunt or a grandmother, and you see a little child starting to walk, and that child stumbles and falls, do you punish that child? We don't. We pick that child up or we help that child again. But when you do something in crafting, or if you're busy Tjokoing, and you feel you did something wrong or you stumble, your thoughts, stop punishing yourself. I love it. Trish taught me, it's perfectly imperfect. Happy mistakes. Stop being hard on yourself. If I can just leave that nugget with you today, enjoy your craft and your colorful journey. And the more you practice, and the more, it's not even just practicing, enjoy it, have fun with it. I said to Trish this year, after last year, I realized that with life, we don't know what's going to happen next week or the week after. Why do we always want to know a definite result with our projects? Start and have an idea, but enjoy the process and trust the process. Okay, back to enough other things. Let's start. Okay, I am first going to do the blending, and I want to show you something. On my board, there's 5 sections. 2 of them I'm going to do blending, 3 of them I'm going to do decoupage. The blending, I'm just going to tape off with builder's tape. Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, sorry, I'm going to use my masking tape, Abigail, please. But I'm glad this happened. When your tape does this, put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. I promise you it worked. I did this morning with my masking tape. Okay. What is happening?
I go put it in the microwave for you.
It's okay. Let's see. Do you think it's too cold? Do you think it wants to go back into... No. Thank you, Abigail. Just 15 seconds. Let's try again. I'm so sorry. Because I want to tape the sides off. And then when we do the blending, you don't have to worry for going over your lines. Let's see if I can do this slowly. Okay, because I would like for you to see the builder's tape. I know you can tear it, but it's just so much easier for me. Okay, Abigail, I should just be slowly, not working. Thank you. Look at the difference. So wherever it's cold, and now with the cold fronts in South Africa, put your masking tape and your builder's tape in the microwave. 15 seconds, your glue will be activated again and it will work. So I'm only taping off the sides. So I'm going to do the blending in these two areas. Okay. Whenever you use masking tape or tape something off to get crisp lines, just make sure that these sides, so I'm going to paint in here, that there's no place for bleeding. If it bleeds sometimes, it's gorgeous. So we are going to do that. And then, because this is raw wood, I've got a microfiber cloth that's damp. Please, not wet, just damp. Your wood is thirsty. It was lying in the sun for months or years. So just a little bit. Always on raw wood. So you just put a little bit of moisture back. Okay. I'm going to sit here with you. It's just easier to do the blending while sitting. Okay. So I'm going to use these 3 different colors. Okay. So what I do, I paint. It doesn't have to be definite thirds. I've got some kitchen towel here with me. Always got a little bit with me. I only use the one brush and only use the tip of the brush. So there I can clean most of the paint off. Your paint still needs to be damp for you to be able to blend it. So don't wait for it to dry. So you see, I come close, but not, you can overlap, but I like it just to come close to one another, just a little bit more on this side, so that I know it's damp. Tjhoko's new blending brushes, this is magic. Light, you don't paint with it. You literally blend with it. And there it's done. That's how you blend. And don't keep on blending. Another tip is when you blend, because you will see the blending now, because you are not looking up close like what I am looking. When you are busy blending, just stand, take a step back, take a step or 2 back and have a look at it. Or take a photo of it. When you take a photo of it, then you also see it in a different light. When you start out with blending and you are a bit scared of it, but please don't be scared of it. But if you are, use different shades of the same color. Close, blending brush, very light like a feather. Turn your brush, and there I would like to use some more Shell Serenity and add it. It's a process. It won't be perfect from the beginning. And you see, I can go over the lines because my masking tape is protecting my other parts of my board. And there it's done. I would like to add a little bit more News New. You see, I want to take a little bit, I will show you just now, I want to take a little bit up on the sides because of the decoupage I'm going to use. But that's how easy blending is. Don't keep blending. If you need to stop. If you keep on blending, you're just going to make another color, or you're going to make another definite line. We don't want a definite line with blending. Okay, so let's do this ombre, these colors, other way around on the other one. People who know me know I don't always like patterns. I like it to be different and unique. Okay, see, I nearly forgot. Damp cloth. Wipe your board. Little moisture back. Okay, let's start. Clean your tip of your brush on your kitchen towel. A little bit Shoal Serenity. This color is just so gorgeous. Let's blend. These blending brushes are absolutely magic. They work so well. Okay, clean my brush. Let's do a new. See, now I'm so used to blending with my paintbrush because this blending brush is such a treat. So when you order your blending brush from Tjhoko and you are still waiting for it, use your brush. Use your paintbrush. See, now I went to this side, that side. And when I pick it up, it's the same colors, the same method, but look at the difference between the two. So you will always get a different effect. That's why I'm also saying, please don't compare yourself. Because my way of blending will be a bit different than yours. We are all blending uniquely. And look here, 5 minutes apart, worlds apart. Okay, now, when you remove your masking tape, always remove it when your paint is still wet. When you allow your paint to dry and you remove it, you will take some of the paint off because the paint cures over your tape. So always remove it when your paint is wet and don't remove it straight. Pull it either side, either this side or that side. When you do that, look at the line. It will always make a crisp line for you. It doesn't matter which side you're pulling it to, but just never straight. And there's the magic. Now on the other side, to the side. And there you will see I wasn't perfectly on my border, and that is fine. You will see as we finish this board, that will give it more character. To the side. And there's our blending knife. Now I want to show you the decoupage print I opened yesterday in the mystery box. I didn't take it out. I didn't show you the whole picture. Look how absolutely beautiful this is. The colors, the image, it's so gorgeous. So what I did, I took a normal white page and I cut like a little pattern on the pieces there where I would like to do the decoupage. Then I cut pieces of the decoupage material out. So now this means I've got extra decoupage material to do another project. So I think this one is going on my fridge. And when I've done that, I will definitely post on the Tjhoko group, on the Tjhoko tribe group, so that you can see what I did. So you don't have to use the image as it is. Think outside the box. Look at the patterns. Look at the patterns within the patterns. And use parts of it. So I already cut out my pieces. So now we are going to do the decoupage. I'm just going to put my paint back into my little Ziploc bag. It can last up to a week during the winter. Because look how much Tjhoko paint is still left. And that I didn't even decant a teaspoon. You will never need a lot of Tjhoko paint on your projects. Okay, let's sit again. Just put my brushes to the side. Okay, I'm going to use undiluted clear glaze to do my decoupage with the material. This is non-tear material. Once you start using this, it's difficult to go back to using just normal paper. You can use normal paper to decoupage as long as your images are printed on with a laser printer. You can definitely use it. I've got a brush that I am not sorry for, so I can use it because I know most people use their artist brushes, but I bought these cheapy brushes that I use for my decoupage. Okay, what I do, you can use your cloth again, just dampen it a little bit. Just put a little moisture back. I like to put on raw wood my clear glaze at the bottom as well. On normal projects, it's enough just to put it over your material, your decoupage material, but I like doing it on raw wood at the bottom because it really drinks your clear glaze when it's so dry. These are all strips from that amazing decoupage material. I'm so glad it's cute. I want to show you. Non-tear, remove it, replace it. It's really, really non-tear. I just use my hands to flatten it. Brush your clear glaze over it. Especially on the sides. And a little bit over the line to make sure your edges are stuck. You will notice that your decoupage material will go milky. That is the clear glaze, but as soon as it's totally dry, the milkiness, the white, doesn't just disappear, but your colors will absolutely pop. I love using clear glaze with normal laser print images, and when I decoupage, and in the beginning it's all milky, and then when it dries, the colors are just absolutely gorgeous. There's no wrong and right. We are just having fun today. You can do this on a cheese board because it's food safe, and you will be able to wipe it with a damp cloth. But like I said to you this morning, this is not going to remain a cheese board. Not going to be used as a cheese board. But I will show you just now what I mean. Let's put the green one in the middle. But look at the beautiful colors of the paint with this print. Absolutely adore it. And you see there, and now I can move it. So if I want to move it a little bit up, remove it and move it. It's non-tear. It's amazing to work with. And all these material, I showed you the whole piece. Oh, and if this happens, just wipe your clear glaze off. If you use this, you can use it, like I said, as a cheese board. When you're going to use it as a cheese board, after everything is dried, the stenciling and everything, then you will seal it with diluted clear glaze, with exactly like this, always a damp microfiber cloth that you put inside your diluted clear glaze. Just take most of the clear glaze out, rinse it out, not rinse it out. Now, why is English like daughter? Sometimes it's just not happening. Wring it out. I know you understand me. Okay, and the last one. You will see I did not cut the round shapes of the decoupage, because once it's dry, you can sand it with 100 grit at a 45-degree angle. But please wait until it's dry. You can't do it when it's still wet. When you buy decoupage material, or for that matter any print, I always suggest choose 3 colors to start with on your project, but choose 3 colors that's already within your image. So these colors that were chosen by Tjhoko head office is just, it's perfect. And you can see here what happens where I did the blending. It brings out the colors on the side. I usually during workshops suggest that people just use 3 colors. 3 is like a magic number. You can only use just 1 or 2, but 3, and then exactly like these colors were chosen: a darker color, a lighter color, and then a color to make it pop. So there we've done this. Now this needs to be dry before I can do the stenciling. So what I did this morning, I had some fun, and I've got another board that is already dry where I can show you the stenciling. I forgot my stencil brush. Thank you, Abigail. I'm so sorry. Everything was here. Now when I looked, I saw, oh, I didn't take it. But what I want to do as well, and I think Abigail will zoom in for you. This is my idea where I'm going with the cheese board. So I painted little knobbies. Oh, thank you. And I added Andy's Delight and Kaylee's Candy, because the colors are also in this fabric. And now you can see the difference, because here the clear glaze I've tried. I did it exactly the way as I showed you just now. And look at the difference. And you can see the blending as well. And I did this morning. It's never perfectly the same. Okay, our knobbies are still loose. my hubby will fasten that for me tomorrow morning, and then I will take a photo. Okay, so let's put the final touches on this one. First, I want to paint the sides. Let's use our same colors again. But look at the vibrancy. That's one thing of Tjhoko. The pigments are so beautiful. The colors are gorgeous. And you will not find these colors anywhere else. It's just amazing. Okay. Let's dampen our sides a bit again. A little sip for our raw wood that's thirsty. I use artist brush, and I thought what we can do, let's do blending again on the sides. But you can use one color as well. But why would we use one color if we can play around with more than one? So that's Shoal Serenity, a little bit of Choppy. And you see, if you go over it, then it is a bit like a new color. So play around with it. And new is new, with like just a little bit here and there. It doesn't even have to be definite, because what I want to accomplish is I want a little bit to repeat these paint splashes that's inside the decoupage print. If I want to put some color back, do it. For those of you who are new in Tjhoko, I've seen a few questions on the group about the colors, and when Trish recommends, look at the painted blocks or pages or little cards at the stockist. Our screens see it very differently, and even now as I'm painting, I'm seeing it differently as what you will see it. And because Tjhoko is sold in glass bottles that we can reuse, you won't see the true effect of the color until you've painted it. And some of the Tjhoko colors are really just magic. Like Karema will look brown in the bottle, like a light brown, but when you paint it, it's cerise pink. Bob's Blue is magic. You will start out and it will look like a baby blue, and then as you paint it, it will be the most beautiful bright blue. So what I suggest you do is whenever you buy a new Tjhoko color, take the I use cereal boxes and I cut it into squares or rectangles, and then I will paint it by 2 layers, because you don't need to paint a base coat on with your Tjhoko and a universal paint. Your first layer will never be perfect. It will look stripy. There's nothing you did wrong. That will be like your universal paint that you put on, like your base coat. Your second, then let your first layer dry, your first coat. Once it's dry and you paint your second coat, the magic will happen. It's absolutely amazing how Tjhoko does that, where the second layer is just magic. I'm just having a ball now. And now you can see the difference where I didn't use my cloth before the time. You will see it, more of the colors went into the wood. But it's also, I love that too. I absolutely love using Tjhoko. And there it makes like it creates a new color. And what if I do it a bit stripy? Let's do that too. So there's techniques, but sometimes we learn the rules to know how to break it. I am just having fun, just trusting the process. And you will see I use only one brush and clean it on my kitchen towel. Personally, I enjoy it when the colors start mixing a bit and giving me a different effect. If you want crisp colors and for it to remain crisp, use different brushes. Please do what makes your heart happy. Because I know I've met people who are very OCD, and I know I can be a bit much for them because they want things more perfect, and I understand that. We are all different. We all have our different tastes and how we like something and how we prefer something. That's why I say do something that's good for you. I just want to add a little bit lighter. And isn't this amazing with Tjhoko? I painted a dark color underneath, and I'm painting over it with a light color, and you can see the light color. Okay, and now for our handle. And look there, I didn't even realize that there it feels like it's continuing into that part. And like yes, there's a little, everything's fixable with Tjhoko. Okay, we did the sides. Now Abigail just said to me now, these wipes are amazing. And yeah, I've made a little mess on my table. And look there it's gone. It's really, really like, oh, and the smell is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's do our handle. I'm also going to use the same technique or effect as I did on the side. See there. And it feels like it's too, you need more color, just add your color. Don't be scared of trying new things. Don't be scared of trying different colors. Challenge yourself to try colors that you've never used before. Okay, you'll see my paintbrush is getting a little bit dirty now. I've got an extra one here, a clean one. So I'd like some more brighter colors here on the handle. So as you can see, I am trying to repeat these beautiful color, what can we call it, splashes? Because it's not definite patterns, but it's so beautiful. I think I'm happy with this. A little bit. You see, I want this a little bit more blended. There you are. So let's take our blending brush. So I would like it a little more blended. Okay. So now we've done that. Let's do some stenciling. We did the blending on our parts of the cheese board. I don't know if it's blending that I did on the sides, just playing around, a little bit of blending here. So let me show you with two different colors how to do blending in your stencil. Because sometimes we use only one color and it feels like we need a little bit of depth in our project. And then you can just add another color. This stencil is perfect for the cutting board, but what I thought I would like to use it a little bit over the corner. What I'm going to do at the bottom, I'm just going to use normal stenciling. Just with the paint, and at the top, I will do some stenciling with colored stencil of Paris. And that I will also show you how to blend that. Because this is already dry, this board, you can use masking tape or your builder's tape just to fasten your stencil, that it doesn't move while you are busy stenciling. You will see the more you stencil, the easier it will get just to hold onto your stencil and to stencil. But you don't have to do that in the beginning. You use your masking tape. Another thing, when you look at your stencil, I found I didn't realize that a lot of people, when they start stenciling, they concentrate on the pattern to get the pattern right. Don't do that. Your stencil makes the pattern, not you. So concentrate on the area of your stencil. You will see when I start stenciling now, I don't concentrate on these little patterns, my leaves of these beautiful abstract flowers. I will just stencil, and when you remove it, the stencil will make the pattern. Put my colors away. Let's take it out again. I'm just going to use a little bit of this towel. Let me take a clean one because I want to show you. I also use the cereal boxes, the inside, because the secret of stenciling is as little paint as possible, because then it won't smudge. And never put your stencil brush in a bottle or deep into your paint, just the tip. the deeper your paint will go, when you start stenciling and you're going to make little circles, the paint at the back of, and that's deeper inside your bristles, will come out and that will smudge. So always just on the tip. Okay, here I want to use some Shawl Serenity. Little circles. So I take most of my paint off. I'm sorry, you know what I forgot? I want to use some Hettie on my stenciling as well, so that you can see what she looks like if you haven't used her yet. And this is way too much, but I am going to use my paint afterwards for another project that I did, that I am decanting now. Please excuse me for 1 second while Abigail is showing you close up. I just want to get my cereal box locked. Sorry. Okay. So cereal box at the back. That looks so much better for me than the kitchen towel. Okay. Let's do this again. There we are. Then I can see when it gets to that forward. So I don't mix the two colors together to make a new color. I stencil with the one color. I am not going to stencil the whole cheese board. I'm just going to stencil this corner. Because I love this pattern so much. You see, that's too much. So I take most of the paint off and then I start stenciling. So just here and there, not everywhere. I will add a little bit of Shawl Serenity. Why don't we add a little bit of Tjhoko as well? Yeah. Take most of it off, just here and there, not everywhere. I will show you the difference now when I remove the stencil. This is really trusting the process because you don't know what's going on underneath your stencil until you remove it. Let's put a little bit of Hettie. Okay. And there we are. So just a little bit there at the bottom. So you can either leave your stencil like that, but I want to move mine a little bit so that now I get the top part also, the corner. And once you start stenciling, you will see and you will recognize patterns within a stencil. You never have to use your whole stencil. If you don't want to do it like I did it, just do it. You can use masking tape and tape off parts that you are not going to stencil. So you will make your own stencil within a stencil. Now for our stencil of Paris. This is really one of the most amazing products as well. It's like marshmallow fluff. And then you can mix your colors in. I never decant it too much. I would rather take some more. Stencil of Paris, even if it's colored, you can put it back into another bottle and seal it. So I also keep all my old Stencil of Paris bottles, clean it thoroughly, and then when I have Stencil of Paris left, I will just put it back in that. Okay, now using the color, mixing the color, never mix too much. What I do, I mix with toothpicks. You literally need drops. Yes, when it starts out, it will be lighter. But when it dries 2 shades darker. So I've showed you the blending now with your stencil brush. When you use 3 different colors, just stenciling. Now I want to show you when you use Stencil of Paris. Let's take a little bit more. Let's do 3 colors again. You can do your blending also with colored Stencil of Paris. Let's add Hello Hettie. You see how little paint I use? Literally drops. And here you can see that I don't mix it in that well. Sometimes I love the Stencil of Paris to dry in between just naturally. It just gives it another texture as well. And let's use some chocolate. So you can see it's much lighter, but if you add too much paint, your Stencil of Paris will get too runny and it will not dry hard. When you mix it like this, just a few drops, it takes a while during the winter. And I think Trish will confirm that when you live at the coast, in the coastal areas, it even takes longer, especially when it's raining. So do your Stencil of Paris always last. Don't do it in the beginning. Leave that as your final little mark of this is what I did. Right. Stencil of Paris is so easy to work with. Just take a bit, put it on your stencil, and scrape. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the ones that mix with Hello Hettie. So don't go over it too many times. Just a little overlap. So make sure it's in that piece. And while I'm scraping like this, I am blending the colors. So it's really trusting the process again. And if you want to add some more, take out some more Stencil of Paris, do some more. I think I'm just going to take a little bit out more. I would like to do it here up to the corner. You see my chocolate, it's been working non-stop. So you see, I would rather take out a little bit more. When are we going to do it? Let's do it with some chocolate. And it mixes so easy and it uses so easy. The first time we bought Stencil of Paris, I was too scared to use it. And at that time, Abigail was 13 years old. And she took the scraper and she took the stencil of Paris and she showed me and she said, Mom, like this. Okay, so that's one way of blending it, because remember it is going to dry 2 shades darker. But what if I want to add a little bit more dimension? Put your scraper in your paint, just drops. Just scrape over it. Remember, this is your project. There isn't wrong or right. Follow your heart and enjoy the process. So now let's see what happened. I just want to add a little bit of choppy here and there. Okay. I like removing my stencil diagonally. And there's your stenciling done. And now when it dries, it will have nearly the same pattern as what's already on my decoupage material. If there's any over the sides, just wipe it with your finger to neaten it. If there's some of it that you want to change a little bit, take your clean toothpick. If you want a sharper edge or change something, you can always do it with a toothpick. Everything is fixable. Please just wash your stencils that you've used stencil of Paris on, because when it dries, you can't take it off. It will be there on there forever. And that, my beautiful people, is how my journey usually goes with my projects. I don't have a specific goal in mind. I don't have a specific end result in mind. I love the process. I love the journey. I love the journey with all of you. So please, I want to ask you, please post your projects on the Tjhoko Tribe group. So many people say to me, but they're not good enough. You know what? You don't realize who you inspire. Not everyone comments. So it's not about the comments on your post. It's about inspiring others. And if I may, I want to challenge you for Women's Month. Please make something for yourself. Post it on our group and either hashtag or just say in your comments, to me, from me, with love. Start this month to take really good care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And Tjhoko something, especially for you. We're always Tjokoing for someone else, for our children, as gifts, for other people. This month, let's see how many posts we can have on the Tjhoko Tribe and the Tjhoko Creations group where you did something for yourself and share your heart with us. Thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for spending it with us. I really, really enjoyed the time with you. Go ahead, enjoy your beautiful journey. This is just the beginning. And enjoy every step. And enjoy Women's Month. Lots of love. Lots of Tjhoko love. Bye.